Friends, I had an idea for an epic new podcast. The story of a kid who got separated from his parents and must survive in the jungle alone. So with the help of many friends, we made it.
Dad, it's me. I'm trapped down here in the Lost World.
He said, Lost World?
I found out of this hole and slid down this big, long tunnel. Right near where we camped, there's a hole in the ground. But what happened next is one of the biggest reasons I got my nickname, Miles the Brave. And I learned that you should never give up just because things look hopeless. Even when you're not sure what to do, you just never know what might happen if you keep trying.
Miles the Brave is our exciting new original podcast made by Storybutton. The entire season is available everywhere, August 21st. So right now, make sure that you search for the podcast Miles the Brave and click follow. You are not going to believe what happens on this adventure. Hey friends, it's Mr. Jim and welcome back to Kid Short Stories. If this is your first time, welcome to the family. We are the podcast that turns your ideas into an amazing adventure every single day. You know, we couldn't even exist without imaginations from kids just like you. So if you have an idea for a story, I'd love to see it. Check down in the show notes below for how you can submit your own story idea, and maybe we'll turn it into an awesome adventure. And parents, if you're new to kids podcasting, I want to challenge you to listen to podcasting for 5 days in a row with your kids. It's going to increase their imagination, decrease screen time, and we're going to have a lot of fun along the way. Are you guys ready for today's adventure? Me too, let's go! Flash the cat was about 6 months old, and she had spent her entire life indoors. She'd always dreamed of going outside and loved to look out the windows, especially when they were open. She would push her face up against the window screen so that she could feel the warm breeze blowing against her whiskers. And every day she dreamed about what it would be like to run on grass and dirt. She thought, wow, maybe the grass will make me even faster. You see, Flash was a very fast cat. She had been born with a lightning bolt in her fur right on the top of her head. She earned that bolt mark on her head by when she was born, a real lightning bolt crashed and made her the fastest cat in the world. Flash always dreamed of running and playing outside in the sun, playing the leaves and chasing other critters. She always loved the squirrels because they had big fluffy tails just like her, and she wondered, oh wow, I wonder if they could be my best friend. But she was never able to play with them because she was an indoor cat. One day her owner left to go on an adventure, and as they left the door, oh dear, they left the door cracked open. Flash looked at the door and looked around. Nobody was there. Should she go outside? Oh, she was a little scared because she'd never been there before, but she'd always dreamed of it, so this was her moment. Flash, be careful! She crept closer to the door. The air outside smelled so nice as she closed her eyes so that she could focus on how amazing that smell was. This might be my only chance. I gotta do it. She carefully crept outside, stepped down the stairs, and looked around and dashed right into the bushes. Woohoo! She was so happy. This is awesome! And she stopped in her tracks. Wait a second, I'm outside. I think there's scary animals out here. What if a bear gets me? Or a lion, or a cheetah, or a crocodile? You see, Flash had watched a lot of videos about other animals. Lots of scary animals out there, but they were a lot more fun to look at when she was safe and they were behind a screen. But now she's outside in the real outdoors. Are they real? Holy smokes. Do they live in her backyard? She instantly was very scared and crouched very low to the ground. She looked back and the wind closed the front door. Her eyes got very big. I'm stuck out here forever. Oh dear. She was now a little scared, but then she saw a squirrel and wanted to go say hi to that squirrel. She ran over to the squirrel as fast as she could, but I think the squirrel thought she was chasing her. The squirrel ran up a tree as fast as it could, and Flash called out and said,
Wait, I want to be friends. Come down and play.
And the squirrel answered,
There's no way I'm coming down there. You're gonna eat me.
And Flash replied,
What? I'm not gonna eat you. I just want to be friends. Can we play? What do you do? What do you do outside? Do we play in the leaves or do we play in the dirt or do we, wait, what bad things are gonna happen? Is someone gonna bite me or eat me and... Whoa, slow down,
said the squirrel.
You've never been outside before? No, this is my first time. I'm excited and scared at the same time. I'm not sure what to do or what not to do. You help me? Oh, you promise you're not gonna eat me? Oh yeah, I promise I'm not gonna eat you.
As the squirrel slowly crept down the tree, the squirrel said,
Wait, rule number 1 about being outside is we have lots of fun.
When the squirrel said he likes to have fun, he meant it. Pretty soon, Flash and the squirrel, whose name was Nutty, started to have so much fun in the backyard. They made a big pile of leaves and jumped in them, and then found some long grasses to play hide and seek, and they were having the time of their lives together. But then all of a sudden, Flash felt something on her body and said,
What's happening? Oh, that's just rolling. Wait, I don't like getting wet. Cats don't like water like this. You don't get wet? What? I can't get wet. What do we do? What do we do?
And the squirrel said,
Well, you can come up to my tree nest. It's way up there, but you'll stay dry. Oh, I think that's too high for me. I think if I get up there, I'll never be able to get back down. So let's make a different plan.
Squirrel and Flash looked around.
How about under there?
There was a trampoline in the backyard, and they both dashed underneath. Flash's imagination started to go crazy as she thought,
Holy smokes, this is my first time in the rain. What if it floods? What if it never stops raining and the sun never comes back and the leaves aren't crunchy anymore? They're so gross right now because they're wet and...
Flash was very worried. But Nutty the squirrel did a good job of trying to help her feel better. They played some games under the trampoline and actually did end up having a lot of fun. And then the rain stopped.
Oh, phew. I think I'm ready to go back inside my house.
And then something terrible happened.
Flash, don't move a muscle. There's a giant hawk up there.
Oh no, a giant hawk. Do you know what a hawk is? It's a big bird with big claws, and it might be the scariest thing in the world to a squirrel.
What do we do? What do we do? What do we do?
Nutty the squirrel calmed Flash down and said,
I have an idea. You see, I am a lot faster than that hawk. I'll run out, make a distraction, and run up the tree and be nice and safe. And then you can run home when he isn't looking. Okay.
On the count of 3, Nutty the squirrel took off running towards the tree to distract the hawk, and it worked perfectly.
2, 3, go!
The squirrels started running circles around in the yard to get the hawk's attention. The hawk saw him and took off right to the squirrel. Run, Nutty, run! Nutty the squirrel did have plenty of time to get to his hiding spot in his tree, nice and safely, which allowed Flash the cat enough time to race back inside. Through their back door, it was cracked open just a little bit. As Flash the cat found a nice warm blanket to curl up in, she was happy to be safe inside of her home.
Holy smokes, that was crazy. I can't believe I went outside, but that was amazing. But it is good to be back inside in my warm blankie. I don't know if I'll ever go back inside again, but we'll see. Maybe tomorrow.
And Flash went to sleep. The end. We'll be right back after a brief word from our sponsor. Hey friends, I need your help celebrating a birthday. Drum roll, please. Happy birthday, Estella, who's turning 8 years old. Estella loves her best friend, Ivorin, diving for rings in the pool. Oh, super fun. And lives in Grand Junction, Colorado. Wow, Estella, I'm so glad we got to celebrate you and your big day on the show. Happy 8th birthday. Well, friends, I hope you all have a super duper day, and I will see you on our next adventure. Bye.